wanting people to listen, you can't just tap them on the shoulder anymore. You have to hit them with a sledgehammer. And then you'll notice you've got their strict attention. Well, not anymore. I'm setting the example. And what I've done is going to be puzzled over and studied and fun forever.
My scars removed, blood drips and falls from my wounds. Traveling up instead of down, becoming cosmic fumes. Resembling smoke, I begin to float, I start to move. The wind blows, I exalt my moon. For I am drawn to you, new target you off the truth. The sky's garden of darkness roots. The absence of light where life shadows often bloom. Leaving the same flowers of shade that are produced. Pollen is discharged and fine grains to charge our views. Creating more petals that accumulate, becoming clouds formed of several. They will shower and beauty will abound when the storm settles. Amazing power, mountains can be torn to pebbles. Once you're embraced by these flowers, their thorns will protect you and keep you safe from drowning in the swirling cesspool. The maelstrom staircase that devours all who step through. Ignorance provides, it's given with the swirling sense. The giver's vision is diminished at disorients. Blind one becomes detached from what one lacks interest in. Curiosity dies and becomes a mass of emptiness. Never lose control, impulses a brash instrument. An emotion-driven brain is what makes a rash decision with. My master is within, what I imagine is intense. I collapse and follow the path this presents. Shadows in which a bottomless cavity exists. A black hole that swallows what gravity permits. A star explodes, so all that surrounds it is lit. A detached soul without sorrow, happily adrift. I float on an endless cloud, a nebula of stars glowing as dust spins around. In search of the unknown, I roam where nothingness is found. On this sojourn alone, I bear what should not be allowed. The thirst alone tears, the hunger disembowels. Such profound starvation, my thoughts quake, my stomach growls. Engulfed with hatred for false information, I hunt it down with the peace of death. On each breath, my lungs compile the respiratory stress. I endure chases more or less, like John Connor with a Terminator stomping on his chest. But I'm determined, just like Sasuke off on his quest. He joined Orochimaru for the strength to murder his own flesh. Like Naruto when he makes a promise that he won't forget. Relying on Kyuubi and the mercy that his cloak begets. Like Rock Lee, earning strength from only blood and sweat. Even with critical injuries, he trains me so obsessed. Like Neji, once he realized his future wasn't stone impressed. My conviction is like all of these descriptions coalesce. I will not surrender, submission on my part will not be rendered. I will voice my heart despite no listeners. And if my defiant screams are torn apart, I will whisper, I am so at peace with cold and dark, it's like I'm winter. I write in accordance with my thoughts, my rhymes are splinters. A conscious presence, suffused so you cannot forget them. And you cannot remove them, they're rooted upon aggression. Spread throughout your mind like power lines in all directions, where they stay for all the time. You cannot hide from omnipresence, for if you seek the truth, I speak to you at my discretion. Amassing piece by piece, bestowing you with my perspective. What is assembled is a self-contained world of my invention. These are jewels they don't teach in school, they don't provide these lessons. They provide illusions, blind, stupefying, deafening. Music's a cosmic method to correspond to message. It endures beyond the death of the artist, it's convalescent. It persists like humans with the use of cryogenics. Where as you listen, I exist, it keeps you and I connected. If you stop, it's as if you euthanize the nexus. So do I live or do I die? You decide in essence, but the choice is irrelevant. Despite what you choose, my world itself exists because imagination's the base element. Rooted in selfishness and hatred's development. Extinction, the human race will be replaced by intelligence. Take off the shell of skin, the skull and the skeleton. These are chains, what remains has been lost in false malevolence. Change and reshape at the cost of our own heritage. Forsaken and erased by what is wrongly called benevolent. They could have been directing for the neck and slashed away, but a sharp masquerade is far more apt to bleed. My walking staff in place, death the step I have to take. For those who never sleep, are only half awake.
Our battle, our struggle is to create art. Our paintings will grow and recede. Our poetry will be shadows that lengthen and conceal. Our light will play across living faces that laugh and agonize. And our music will linger and finally overwhelm, because it will have a context as certain as the grave.
An entire world made of pretend. The smallest thing could begin a chain of events with a big bang at the end. After now there is no escaping from then. There were only 35. Sante made 36. Determination permits one to create what they wish. When you are focused, you see what scatterbrains tend to miss. So pay attention, gather dimensions. Meta matter ascension like the dichotomy of astral projection. Only before the Kaze after progresses. Prajna is an accurate weapon. Swordplay, slasher intestines. Do you have the guts to ask yourself questions? Once you do, the quest for answers becomes truly magnetic. Like love when the pursuit reacts acquiescent. Without heart, the student's evolution lacks direction. When cash rules still don't up and move, that's the message. Just think for half a second. Art are the last 3 letters in heart. If we're not distinct, how will people tell us apart? Because of its distinction, such a thing will be impressed on your thoughts. Life is deep, I will speak until there's nothing left to impart. And we exist in an accretion just with hyperstellar results. My mind is the entrance of an event horizon. Everything I experience is sent inside it, swallowed and synthesized. It culminates within the iris, shaping who I am. Assembling in motion, carried through time like the Darians, swim through the ocean. How elegant growth is, the most profound elements of our development are microscopic. The intangible nature of creatures interacting, how they feeling, they acting. Deoxyribonucleic acid, how these things behave, result in pyramidic reactions. A series of shit that happens, butterflies and dominoes. It's not a theory, it's fact. Remove the right object from the bottom and the ceiling collapses. So too are we, establishing shadows that lengthen when photons are absent on the path they are taking. Captured by those who would have scintillation. Light gathered to glow when they pass information. That way they know where the class is to take it. A beacon that beckons the intrigue. If they seek it, the message received. If not, then let them sleep. Who are you to interfere with their thought process? You are not an alarm clock. An alarm clock set, it can't just go off if it's not even plugged in the wall. You have no control over what's under another skull. Listen to the walking sticks change your brother bars. We are just small pieces of shade among the stars. Without this, how we're received, that makes us what we are. How we are seen by strangers from afar. That is what determines the way that we come across. Intentions are overshadowed by results. What we intended, what happens, are trapped in a timeless waltz. In the absence of light, my path unraveling while I walk is formed as I travel. So how could I wander off? The appearance of veins, branches, rivers, roots. You must look many ways. The advantage of getting truth. We are lost in a maze. Mechanically it can loop. The cycle can be arranged by randomly different moves. And much the same way as hands spinning a cube. Dismantle, centrifuge. Separation is simple, but some objects are not so easily reassembled. Lost our souls, seek freedom through each its windows. It's bleak, they can't see it like skiing a wind of thick snow. It's darker than the grave when cloud rains and wind blows.